What's going on, everybody? So what does a pair of ChannelLock cutters look like 40 years after use? Well, you're going to find out in today's video. What you're looking at right here is a pair of ChannelLock cutters. These are the 436 model, and I have had these not personally, but they've been around for at least 40 years. They were my grandfather's, and then they were passed down to me, so I'm not exactly sure on the exact amount of time, the exact date when they were produced, but I do know that they started making this model in 1963, so it was sometime after that. So I wanted to kind of share my thoughts on it, and I decided to go ahead and pick up the identical model. So I went down to Home Depot today after work, and I picked up the newer model right here, which is the same model number, but as you can see, ChannelLock stuff comes with the blue handles, and it's just slightly different. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys what a tool like this looks like 40 years later after use. Now, so let's take a look at it just for a second here. Now, as you can see, it is a 6-inch cutting pliers. You can see on there they do have the ChannelLock stamped on there, made in the Pennsylvania, USA factory. You can see the side of the handles have that signature design for back in that vintage. And there's the other side where they have the 436 stamped on there as well. Now the joint on these is buttery smooth. It's super tight. There's no play. I mean, just a very, very slight amount. Don't know if you can even be able to see it, but it's very, very subtle. This joint, it's just buttery smooth. When you open these, I mean, that's the smoothest set of cutters, pliers that I own. These are even smoother than the newer model that I picked up right here. These are smooth, but they're not as smooth. They're just not quite as smooth. But they are very smooth. So I wanted to kind of just compare and contrast and kind of talk about how this pair of cutters has held up. Now, these aren't extremely sharp anymore, and I have never sharpened them, but you can still do things like, for instance, cut 550 paracord. Still cuts it. Does it struggle a little bit? Yes, but as I said, I've never sharpened these, and they've been used a lot. Now, cutting paracord is a little bit harder than cutting something like, on their website they list piano wire, but what I usually use it for is guitar strings when I'm tuning up a guitar. But just to give you an example, here is some just speaker wire, because that's all I have right here. But it cuts through it effortlessly. I mean, you could cut all day with these. And if I was to get these sharpened or sharpen them up a little bit myself, then it would cut even better. Now, what I want to say here is that when you're buying tools, this is why I emphasize to try and buy the best that you can. For a tool like this, I mean, a brand new one is about 20 bucks. You know, give or take a few dollars, maybe 18 bucks you could find them. But for a tool like that that's made in the USA, made in Pennsylvania, you could have a tool like this that lasts this long. Now, these have been rusted up before, and as you can see now, they do have a patina on them. But I cleaned up the rust with a wire wheel on my drill. You know, because this was all rusted over. They were in storage for a little while. But now they look excellent. They came out really well. And as I said, they work very well as a tool. There's no reason for me to buy a new pair. I just wanted an identical pair to kind of look at in the video. And also just to have a second pair to use, because these were my grandfather's. And I don't want to lose them is the main thing. I'm not worried about them failing or anything like that. I don't want to lose them. But I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted to show you what a 40-year-old pair of ChannelLocks looks like. And in my opinion, they look very good. They look excellent. Still work as a usable tool. No issues at all. So that's just a real quick video. Hope you guys like that. And let me know if you have any experience with ChannelLock, what you think of them, or what maybe your favorite tool brand is. But I think for a made in the USA tool brand, ChannelLock is one of the best out there. They do make some tools that are not made in the USA, but the majority of them are still made in the USA. And I think it's a great value tool brand. So that's just a quick video. That's all I have to say. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.